Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 12th London International Conference in Netherlands. Thank you for joining us today. I'd like to extend a warm greeting to each one of you. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to the LIC committee and all the members involved in organizing this conference. We are truly honored to have Professor Kurt from the Netherlands as our conference chair for the 12th LIC. I want to thank Dr. Farooq for his role as the conference coordinator and LIC Journal's editor. His dedication and efforts have been instrumental in making this event a success. I want to thank Dr. Kileci as a sponsor for the 12th LIC. He is a director of Rumi Art Institute. We are organizing this conference at the Rumi Institute. Next, I want to thank all of you for your collaboration and support. I'm pleased to announce that we have established a strong synergy within the LIC Academic Network's WhatsApp group. We currently have 65 participants from nearly 40 countries in the group. The next conference scheduled to take place in Istanbul. We cordially invite each and every one of you to join us in person for this event. In conclusion, I would like to wish all the conference participants success and good luck. 12 LIC participants are from Austria, Belgium, UK, Germany, India, Iraq, Netherlands, Turkey, United States of America, and Canada. Once again, a warm welcome to everyone attending the 12th LIC. Thank you for your presence and support. Now, I want to invite our conference chair, Professor Kurt. He is from the Netherlands. We are listening to Professor Kurt for the welcome speech. Please, Professor. Thank you very much.
I have a short opening speech for you. Ladies and gentlemen, respected participants and distinguished guests, it is with great pleasure and enthusiasm that I extended a warm welcome to each and every one of you to the 12th of London International Conference on Social Sciences and Humanities hosted this month in the Netherlands. Whether you are joining us in person or virtually, your presence and contributions are invaluable to the success of the academic gathering. First and foremost, I would like to express our sincerest gratitude to the Rumi Kunst Institute of graciously hosting this conference, to the director of the Rumi Kunst Institute, Dr. Mehmet Kileci. Thank you for your vision and commitment to fostering intellectual exchange and collaboration. As we embark on this journey of exploration and discovery over the next few days, it is truly inspiring to see such a diverse array of scholars and researchers representing countries from around the globe, from the United Kingdom to the Netherlands, from Iraq to India, from Austria to Ukraine, and beyond. Your friends and reaches to the fabric of this conference reflected to the rich tapestry of perspectives and insights that characterize the field of social sciences and humanities. I think Dr. Jihan can say that. You didn't say Canada. I'm also from the Canada. Yes, we have a presenter. He is going to be also the session chair in the next session. Today, as we convene for the opening sessions, let us reflect on the importance of our collective endeavors in advancing knowledge and understanding in our perspective fields. Our agenda is packed with stimulating presentations and discussions covering a wide range of topics from education, logistics, to the personal management and sustainability. I would like to extend a special acknowledgement to our distinguished speakers and session chairs, whose expertise and leadership will guide us through the thought-provoking sessions ahead. In closing, I encourage each of you to actively participate in the sessions, engage in fruitful discussions, and forge meaningful connections with your fellow colleagues. Together, let us make the most of this opportunity to exchange ideas, challenge assumptions, and inspire one another to push the boundaries of knowledge in the social sciences and humanities. Once again, welcome to the 12th London International Conference. May our time together be both intellectually stimulating and personally enriching. Thank you. And we are going to have, I think, wonderful presentations and speakers in these two sessions. So, Christina is the chair for this session. So you are the boss. The field is yours, Christina.
Thank you, Dr. Kurt. Hello, dear ladies and gentlemen. Hello, dear colleagues and dear friends. Also, welcome from my side. It's a great honor to be here today and to be the session chair of the 12th London International Conferences. Today, in my session, we have 4 topics. I think we should really take our time after each presentation and start fruitful discussions to learn a lot from each other. And I would say we will start with the first presentation now. I would say, or I would ask Dr. Ibrahim Kurt to start with the presentation. The topic is called Exploring the Journey of Socio-Virtualization. So please, Dr. Kurt, the floor is yours.
Thank you. My topic is exploring the journey of socio-virtualization, understanding the process, socialization, and the virtual context. In my presentation, the objective of this presentation is to explore and delve into the intricacies of socio-virtualization, aiming to deepen our understanding of its process, dynamics, and implications. I have some content like the factors, influencing factors, benefits of socio-virtualization, challenges and limitations. Also, there are some strategies for the future, how it works or how it is going to be with the technology and socialization process in the future. Socio-virtualization refers to the integration of socialization process into virtual settings. It encompasses the merging of traditional social interactions with a digital platform and technologies, allowing individuals connect, communication, and interact virtual environments. There are some slides about the background of the socialization process, how it changed to socio-virtualization. Let's look at it in some slides. The development of socio-virtualization can be traced back to the emergence of primitive communication technologies, such as telegraphy and early forms of telephone communication. However, it was the advent of computing technology and the internet in the later part of the 20th century that laid the ground for widespread adoption of socio-virtualization. The evaluation of socio-virtualization saw the rise of online communities and social networking platforms, providing individuals with avenues to connect, share, and communicate with others who share similar interests, experiences, or affiliations. Virtual communication technologies have evolved rapidly, ranging from text-based communication platforms to the immersive virtual reality experiences. These advancements have facilitated more nuanced and interactive forms of socialization in virtual environments. So in the 20th century, we can say that the beginning of the socio-virtualization with the telephone and primitive communication technology started. So virtualization is rooted in the intersection of social, technological, and psychological factors within virtual settings. It involves the complex interplay between individuals, digital platforms, and social norms, and shaping online social interactions. Socio-virtualization can be defined as the process by which individuals socialize in virtual settings using the digital technology and communication platforms. It encompasses various components such as a social presence, identity formation, and communication patterns. Social presence refers to the extent to which individuals perceive the presence of others in virtual environments and feel connected and engage with them. It plays a crucial role in shaping the quality and dynamics of virtual social interactions. Social presence refers to the extent to which individuals perceive and presence of others in the virtual environments and feel connected and engage with them. It plays a crucial role in the shaping the quality and dynamics of virtual social interactions. Social virtualization involves the incorporation of social norms and communication patterns into digital environments, blurring the boundaries between offline and online social interactions. Understanding these norms and patterns is essential for navigating virtual social spaces effectively. So the social part affects the virtual parts in the socialization process. Social virtualization can be defined as the process by which individuals socialize in virtual settings using digital technology and communication platforms. It encompasses various components such as social presence, identity formation, and communication patterns. There are some factors that influencing socio-virtualization. The first one is technological affordance. The capabilities and features of digital technology shape the nature and dynamics of socio-virtualization. This includes aspects such as the accessibility of communication platforms, the availability of multimedia content, and the level of interactivity offered by virtual environments. The second one is platform dynamics. The design, structure, and policies of digital platforms influence how individuals interact and engage with one another in virtual spaces. The platform dynamics encompasses factors such as interface usability, algorithmic recommendations, and moderations practices. The third one is individual characteristics. Individual differences in personality, preference, and experiences play a significant role in shaping socio-virtualization. Factors such as age, gender, socioeconomic status, and technological literacy influence how individuals perceive and engage in the virtual social interactions. The last one, cultural norms and values. Socio-virtualization is influenced by cultural norms, values, and expectations regarding social behavior and communication. Cultural factors shape patterns of online interaction, including communication styles, norms, and around privacy and self-disclosure, and attitudes towards technology. What are the benefits of this digital environment, these virtual environments? The first one is cross-geographical connections. Socio-virtualization enables individuals to establish and maintain social connections with others across the geographical boundaries. Digital communication platforms facilitate global interactions, fostering cross-cultural understanding and collaboration. The second one is exploration and expression of identities. Virtual environments provide opportunities for individuals to explore and express different aspects of their identities. Socio-virtualization allows for the creation of online personas, self-presentation, and identity experimentation in a safe and supportive context. Social support networks. Social virtualization facilitates the formation of social support networks where individuals can seek emotional, informational, and instrumental support from peers. Online communities, forums, and support groups provide avenues for sharing experiences, receiving assistance. And it offers a diverse range of social interactions modes, catering the different communication preferences and needs. From text-based messaging and video calls to immersive virtual experiences, individuals can engage in social interactions that suit their preferences and comfort levels. What are the challenges and limitations for socio-virtualization? The first one is digital exclusion and inequality. Socio-virtualization exacerbates digital exclusion and inequality by marginalizing individuals without access to reliable internet connection or digital devices. Socioeconomic disparities and technology access, digital and literacy contribute to unequal participation in virtual social interactions. Privacy and security concerns. Socio-virtualization raises concerns about privacy and security as individuals navigate issues and as data breaches and online harassment and identity theft. Trust and confidence in virtual social platforms are undermined by fears of personal information exploitation and privacy violation. Quality and authenticity of social connections. It challenges the quality and authenticity of social connections by limiting nonverbal cues and physical proximity in virtual interactions. The absence of face-to-face contact may hinder the development of rapports and empathy, leading to feelings of superficiality and disconnection in online relationships. It contributes to the proliferation of disinformation and the formation of echo chambers where individuals are exposed and biased or inaccurate content with digital spaces. The spread of fake news, algorithmic biases, distort perceptions of reality, fueling polarization and conflict in virtual communities. These are the challenges for the socio-virtualization part, and there can be some effective strategies to use. The first one is promotion of digital literacy. Educating individuals about digital literacy enhances their ability to navigate virtual environments securely and responsibly. Promoting awareness of online privacy, cybersecurity, and critical media literacy empowers users to make informed decisions and engage safely in virtual social interactions. So the safe part of this digital area is important. Fostering the cultural digital empathy and civility promotes respectful and inclusive interactions in virtual communities. Encouraging empathic communication, active listening, and conflict resolution skills enhances the quality of online discourse and strengthens community cohesion. The third one is user-friendly and accessible digital platforms. Designing user-friendly and accessible digital platforms improves the inclusivity and usability of virtual social spaces. ensuring that platforms accommodate diverse user needs and preferences, including accessibility requirements, enhances participation and engagement in socio-virtualization. Implementing community moderation and self-regulation mechanisms fosters a safe and welcoming environment for socio-virtualization. Empowering community members to report and address its appropriate behavior, coupled with clear guidelines and enforcement mechanisms, mitigates issues such as online harassment and toxic behavior. So these are the strategies to use effective if people pay attention how they use the digital part, virtual part, to communicate with the others, so they can be in a good manner, in a good way, to connect with the others. What are the future perspectives? The first one is convergence of virtual and physical settings. The convergence of virtual and physical settings is expected to accelerate with advancement in augmented reality and virtual reality technology. These immersive technologies will blur the boundaries between online and offline experiences, reshaping how individuals interact and socialize in both digital and physical environments. The second one is advancement in AI and machine learning. The widespread use of artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning algorithms with enhanced personalized virtual interactions. Digital platforms will leverage data analytics and predictive modeling to anticipate and respond to individual preferences, improving the efficiency and effectiveness of social virtualization, while rising concerns about privacy and algorithmic biases. The third one is societal movements and towards digital nomadism and remote work. Societal movements towards digital nomadism and remote work will influence the future of social virtualization. Virtual co-working spaces, online learning communities, and digital nomad networks will become increasingly prevalent, enabling individuals to collaborate, study, and connect in virtual environments, regardless of their geographical location. Legislative and policy frameworks. Legislative and policy frameworks will play a crucial role in shaping the futures of social virtualization. Governments, policymakers, and digital platforms will collaborate to address emerging concerns such as digital exclusion, online abuse, and disinformation, promoting ethical and responsible social virtualization while protecting user rights and ensuring trust and transparency in digital social spaces. And at last, in the end, what about the time? It's okay, no problem.
It's okay. It's so interesting. But maybe you can come to the summary now.
Yeah, yes, now this is the conclusion part. The session chair said that timing is important. So summary of key points. Social virtualization integrates socialization process into virtual settings, transforming how individual is interact, socialize in the digital age. It encompasses historical roots, technological advancement, and cultural shifts that have shaped virtual social dynamics. Importance of social virtualization in the digital age. Social virtualization plays a pivotal role in facilitating global connectivity, identity exploration, and social support networks in an increasingly digitalized world. it offers opportunities for meaningful social interactions and community building, while also presenting challenges such as digital exclusion and privacy concerns. Yes, it's useful for us for interaction, for community building, but there are some challenges like privacy concerns. The cybersecurity part is important, and exclusion of the digital part is also need to be pay attention. The last one is call for further research and exploration. Further research and exploration are needed to deepen our understanding of socio-virtualization and its implication for human interaction, identity formation, and societal dynamics by embracing its benefits and addressing its challenges with empathy, creativity, and critical thinking. We can harness the transformative potential of socio-virtualization to create a more connected, inclusive, and resilient society for future generations. Thank you for your attention, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Dr. Kurt, for your wonderful and very interesting presentation. If you allow, I would ask you 2 questions now.
So we are here together.
Yes.
We can answer answer it together.
You told us that there are several factors that influence how individuals perceive or engage in virtual social interactions, and you told us that age is one of these factors.
Yes.
Can you give an example how age affects how we
Yes.
engage in virtual social
Yeah,
interactions?
I think this is a good question, because with the age or with the generation, if you look at, for example, there was a COVID side, the time in the past several years, and it was interesting that from the if you say about generation X, Y, Z generation, from the X generation, I mean, which who was born between 1960 and 1980s. For example, from the education part, the teachers didn't cope with these online issues. They have some challenges, or they had some challenges to give online lessons and to learn this digital area. So they had to quit from their jobs.
They were not familiar with
Yes,
this, and
the
they could
age,
not.
sometimes
Yeah.
age is a positive issue,
Yeah.
but sometimes age is a negative issue, because for some people, for some ages, it's hard to learn new technology. So they don't want to have a near position inside of the technology. So they have some distance with the technology. So for them, it's hard to learn. It's hard to keep it up. So they
Okay.
have to stop it.
To keep on track. Okay.
Yes.
And I also had the idea, what about the netiquette? Because we have rules in social, in diverse social communities or something. How does this affect the social interactions? Will they be more superficial because of the netiquette, or what do you think?
In the digital area, so how can if it affects? I think the important point is here, we are human and we need to socialize. With the digital area, we don't have an other chance, or we don't have another platform inside of society.
Okay.
We can think that we are human and we are going to socialize in the society and in the digital area. So what is the point? The point is we can have, welcome, please sit down, welcome. The point is, I think Now, we were socializing inside of the society, and now we are socializing or having a wide spirit, having an enlarged socialization process with the digital area. So we can say that with the digital part, virtual part, the society enlarge to socialize. So we need to, I think, we need to pay attention that the respect in the society must go on at the same level inside of the digital area.
Okay.
Because we cannot say that now we are going to cancel the society or the socialization process in the society. Everybody goes to digital area and we are going to leave in the virtual area. No, it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's something that now we can have a plus
in addition
area.
to this.
Yes, a plus area to socialize. For example, in education, we have classes, we have schools, but plus this, now we have one more equipment to educate, to give lessons. We cannot say that now we don't have classes now in the schools, we are going to have online class. We cannot say that.
Yeah.
We
have to see it together in
yes,
addition
yes.
to this.
We will use classes, offline schools, and also we can use plus this online, whatever we want. We are going to use those platforms with the ethical in the society to the virtual area, the same level, just enlarging the socialization process to the virtual area.
Very good explanations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kurt. Now I would like to ask the colleagues if they have further questions.
Professor Oksana has a question.
Please, Professor.
Yes, thank you so much. Dr. Kurt, I think you exchanged name digital area. Maybe I give new scientific research and exchange this area social virtualization area. Yes?
Yes, social virtualization.
Yes, that is your scientific research. And
Yes.
that is similar research about my and my PhD student, and I am interested to think about what kind digital staff facilitation tools do you think are the most important, more efficient in the area of social virtualization? Maybe you know what kind of tools the most efficiently performance.
Dr. Oksana, I couldn't hear the first part of your question. Can you repeat it, please?
What kind digital tools do you think are most efficient in this area? Maybe of facilitation, your personal, your staff. What kind of tools? Digital tools, maybe ethical tools. What do you think about this? Logic, maybe I have a recept.
As a device, I think we have all the time the same thing that we are using with our computers, telephones. We are all the time in the digital area because in our pockets, in our hands all the time, we are using it. So it's something like that. In the community we are living, in the society, as a person, in person, we can salute the others, we can connect with the others, we can show our behaviors, mimics, physical attractions to the others, but also plus this, then I have the one plus area in the digital platform too. So if I think that I am there with my head, I'm not in the society, so it will be a problem for me because I am going to forget the social skills inside of the society, how to live. So it's important to pay attention, social skills, interaction with the other people in the society, but also plus this, I can also find friends, or I can also find connections. Plus my social skills, I have some digital area skills too. So I am adding new skills to my skills. If I'm going to say that I am going to forget the social skills and live in digital virtual area, then it can be some psychological problems. Also, it can be have some interaction problems in the society, that with the friends, with the family, with the colleagues inside of the companies that I work with, I'm going to have some problems because I don't know how to behave to my friends. I don't know how to communicate with them. If I'm going to think that I have social skills plus these social skills, I have digital skills. So I am enlarging my capacity and my skills to connect with the others. I think it's useful to add, not cancel, to add this digital area to our social skills.
But that is not limited time.
Yes,
For...
yes, of course. That's right. That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for your question. So if there are no other questions, I would say...
Actually, I had a question on terms of his presentation.
Yes,
is there
please.
time for me to... Okay, so I wanted to ask about the priority of distance theory, which centers on the point that human interaction is, or the farther away that a person is, the harder it is to connect to them, and the less that people are likely to continue such an interaction. So perhaps I would have a deeper connection with my neighbor than, say, a virtual friend from Ukraine, for example. So what is your opinion on, I guess the digitalization interactions are perhaps more shallow and less intimate than in-person interactions, and would this promote a detachment in society, in essence?
Yes, that's right. Some people pay attention, like Dr. Oksana said, they spend much time in this area, in digital area. So they are going to have some problems with their society, also with their psychological parts, I think. Why? Because I have many friends all around the world, but I don't know them. Also, they don't know me. But I have friends. For example, if I have some difficulties that I cannot open my door, I forgot my key inside of the backside of my door, and now I am out of the house, but I have to enter my house. I have friends in my phone, but they cannot do anything. If I share that I forget the keys, they are going to just write, oh, what a problem you have. Sorry about that. Pardon. We are sat here, but they cannot do anything. But my neighbors around my house, they can share the problem with me, and they maybe provide some solutions to open my door. Or from the digital area, I can just pay attention the person that helped the key problem, that I can call him or I can pay him digitally, and they can quickly come. So what is important here? The friends, yes, I have plus friends in the digital area, but my neighbors, my family, my children, they are important. At first, I have to have good relations with the people around me. Then I can also have friends from the other part of the world. And also I know how to use this digital area to solve my problems, paying the solutions, like paying the key problem to the key locker or another person. They can come and they can open it. So what I need in the digital area, I think I have to pay attention that if I need friends from Ukraine or from the other part, China, to discuss something online, yes, they are useful for me to get their ideas, their cultural things. But if I have some parties in my neighborhood, so I cannot call my Chinese friends or the friends from India to come and share the things in my party in the house. So I'm going to share it with the neighbors. So maybe I have to pay attention these two parts, which one I need, the far part to discuss online things and the things that I'm going to share inside of the society with my neighbors. Sorry, it was a
No.
little long.
Thank you for your answers. So you need both parts.
Okay.
So thank you for your explanations and for your interesting speech again. Maybe we can discuss in Istanbul again next
Maybe.
conference.
Yeah, maybe we can continue there.
Yes, with our program now.
Yes,
And,
we are friends, our friends from Iraq.
Yes,
They are
our
here.
friends arrived, and I would say welcome to Karim Mohammed and Delan Fattah. I hope I spell it correctly. And yes, your topic will be an overview of education of middle and high schools in Iraq, a brief summary on the case of mathematics. So please, the floor is yours.
Please.
Hello, everyone. I am Dilan Serhan from Iraq, and I am PhD candidate in pedagogy field. So we are both here with my colleague, Mr. Karim. He's also PhD candidate with the same field. So we love education, and we deeply try to do something different to the society and especially to Iraq, to improve education in all the aspects, all the countries in Iraq. So if there is slide, we can start, or if not, I'll start it myself.
You can.
Yes. Okay. So as you see, the screen is shared now.
No, they cannot see it because it's not a whole presentation. Just they are just pictures.
Yes.
Yes.
How
if we
can I
share the
show them?
screen,
Show them.
is it Zoom?
Let me try.
Download it from there.
Let me try.
Yeah, we can.
I can
So
share
all-
by WhatsApp.
We can
And
share.
if they are going to see it. Can you see it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Very nice.
This is the topic.
Yes, this
You
is
can see
our
me and I can change it.
Okay.
Okay, this is our topic. So as you see, our topic article is an overview of education and middle and high school in Iraq, and which is especially a brief summary on the case of mathematics. So here we, as I said, we try to discuss and exchange information with you so that to both of us to get benefit from each other opinions, informations, especially Iraq, as you know, as a source, it is limited in internet. Like there is data, but there is not lots of data to be seen. So maybe the things that we say, maybe this is the first time you hear it. So I hope you enjoy this section. So first of all, sorry, yes,
Third one.
we will
Keep it
continue.
on.
Yes. So first of all, as we see, the education is a primary catalyst for changing the nowadays life and to improve everything in the life. But for it, there is in education field, there is points that affect that education development. For example, policies, for example, economies, for example, social development. For example, scientist digestions. For example, the reformers of the plan of the education. All of these are the factors of points that improve the education. So when we see and compare it with Iraq, unfortunately, each of these points, like economic, and then the other socials, things like that, all of them have a bit gap in it. So because of that, all of these, the education in Iraq is a bit limitation, is a bit have a barrier to improve a lot. So now here we are trying to discuss how is that and what is the deeply system in Iraq and how we can improve it for that. Yes.
Next slide, please.
Okay. So I want to ask you a question, if you don't mind. For example, you maybe know Iraq, you maybe know a country among the undeveloped country. If I ask you in history, do you think that in history of Iraq, of course, in education field, was better than today or was worse? What do you think? Like just your opinion.
I think it's better than now. It was better than now.
Better, yeah.
Yes. Who thinks the same? You also? Yes. Actually, you are right. In the history of Iraq, the Iraq education level was one of the most strong system in the whole world. Yes. And there were students in abroad visiting Iraq just to finish university in Iraq. Like in 1991, they start, and that was the years after that it became the strongest system. And in 1957, they opened universities and institutes, which was really well known in the world. And we have 5 of them. Till now, we share it to the whole world. For example, we have Al-Mustansiriya in Baghdad, and we have technology, which was all technology-based university that time. And also we had institute like in Basra, in Mosul, and also the last one in Suleimania. So we have something that says that falling into the mud, that doesn't mean that it loses the value of gold. Means what? We hope as an Iraqi people, since our history is available, our history have a good history in education, we hope that one of the day, the time goes and turns back, and Iraq will be one of, again, most of the places that have strong system and then can visit from abroad to that country to improve the education. Yes, please. Yes, let we deeply go to the curriculum, and my colleague can continue about it. How is the curriculum in Iraq?
Yes, curriculum in Iraq. You know that Iraq is a federal country, and also there's a region with the name of Kurdistan region in Iraq. In Kurdistan region, there is only three types of curriculum from 1 to 9th grade and 10 to 12th grade with the universities. But in Iraq, there is a different system, which is we can know that is a classical one, which is from the 1st till 6th grade and 7th to 9th grade with the 10th to 12th grade. And also in every stages or steps of these curriculums, there is a central ministry exam to pass the steps of primary school, steps of the secondary to the higher school, and from the higher to the university. And we can say that, as Ms. Dilan said, the curriculums, the systems of education of Iraq is or was stronger, was one of the best education system before 1990. But after that, we can say that generally there's not a deeper updates or developments from the education system, unfortunately, cause different cases, different problems, which has happened in Iraq. But from the last years, there is some changes, there is some developments, especially in the Kurdistan region. And we can continue to the next slide, please.
Yes.
You can continue.
Yes. So here, as we see that the teaching methodology, we have to change some of the methodologies. The methodology, when we change it and when you make a lesson to be more interactive, a lesson as to make the education to do it with integrated technologies, and it will be better, of course. So we have to try to do our best practices in the methodology of teaching. And our article is about deeply about mathematics. That means in our region, which is in the world also, but especially in Iraq, subject of mathematics is subject with all of them struggling. All of them are weak in it. We cannot say all of them, but most of them. So why is that? Now we are discussing it. Why mathematics in Iraq, students make afraid of it. And in other slides, we will speak about it. What is the barrier? What's the limitation of it? Why it is like that? So here, as a methodology, we have to change the methodology of teaching mathematics. Not traditionally, we just tells the rules of mathematics and then, yes, student, please do it. No, we have to make change, make that subject to be lovely by the student, by making interactive, by changing the strategies and other things. Yes.
Slide, please.
Yes. So here, if I say, what are the barriers that our challenge that face our educational, either educators or students? One of the barriers, which is one of the most effective variable, is the crowd of the classroom. Do you imagine that in the government school, in one class, sometimes it exceeds 50 students? Do you imagine? 50 students and one educator, one teacher. So for mathematics, we are discussing how that math teacher can control individually each student to understand the subject. It's impossible. So this is one of the barriers. The other barrier, we have frequent disruption by government in holidays. For example, if at night there is lots of rain, so at 2 o'clock at night, they say, yes, tomorrow is holiday. Why? Because of the rain. So the teacher cannot plan exactly what to be done step by step. For example, if the teacher don't face these holidays frequently, she or he can plan their subject by according to it. They say the first lesson I will explain that part, then next part, then next part, isn't it? But every time the teacher wake up, and the first they have to see the social news, if it's rainy, if it's or other things, oh, maybe it's holiday. So the year will finish, and when you see that year, the math teacher, or generally also, lots of the subjects are not taught to the student. So what about that student after a year? They have gap in mathematics, isn't it? For example, in the year which they supposed to learn multiplication, if they do not do it, how the other teacher can continue? So we have in our school, I'm exactly like, I can have an example in my school. By the way, I'm a vice principal in a school, stealing school in Iraq. It's a private school. For example, teachers say, I'm struggling with student. And parents come and say, no, that teacher is not good. But when we speak to the teacher says that it's impossible. I make a test, level test. The student have a gap in last year's subject, not mine. So here, if I ask question, who is responsible for it? Student responsible, which they didn't see these subjects, or teacher responsible, which they don't have enough time to do. So both of them are not guilty. So these are barriers really for us, for math subject and generally educational subject. We have also language barrier, we have lack of sources, and also we have traditional methodologies.
Sorry for disturbing.
Yes.
4 minutes left.
Okay, okay. So traditional things like that, before they thought that just punishment is the way to make student to like be serious in the subjects and things like that. But nowadays, for this generation, it is not, isn't it? So for this generation, we cannot make by like punishment or things like that. So also these, we have to think about it, discuss it, and change the idea of it. Yes, please, next slide. Okay. Yes, the impact of economic. Here I can make in a short, means what? Sometimes the economic is an effective reason for that. For example, in some school, they must have 2 shifts or 3 shifts. Like they have 3 hours in a day to go to school and come. So these 3 hours is enough for what? Is enough for mathematics as a huge subject, as these all details? No, of course. So we have impact of economy. Yes. Also technology, as we said, if we use for mathematics, smartboard, interactive things, if we use games by learning, by teaching students, it will be better for improving education. Yes. So here, the by giving a special things or by cooperating with it, by having especially for private schools. In government school, it's not like that, but they try to continue the gap of it. They make it by Olympiad. So we have mathematics Olympic, we have things, and students like have do in it. Yes. So our recommendation is that participating in international things so that you encourage educators and students at the same time. So really we did it, and we had a student called Muhammad Ali. He broke the history of Iraq and get bronze medal in the International Mathematics Olympiad. So the last 5 years, we have very improvement in Olympic participation. Yes. So at the end, our journey is continuing. It's not the finish of the journey, but unless we not see our lack, we cannot fill the gap. So first, now in our article, we try to just finger on the hills we have. What is the reasons? And then after that, to make it together and have better future for Iraq and for all the world. Yes, thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you so much for an interesting presentation. Maybe we have a bit time for one question. I
Yes,
have
of
one
course.
question.
Yes.
Dr. Jihan, I think he has a question.
Yeah, actually, it is not a question. Maybe I want to add some things. You said as a challenge, limited resources, crowded classroom, language barrier, and traditional teaching methods. I think these are the general problem of all the Middle East countries. For example, I from the Turkey, it is the problem in Turkey, and I know that in Azerbaijan are the same problems. It is the general problem. And then you said that Iraqi students afraid of the mathematics. Who doesn't afraid of the mathematics? All the people generally afraid of the mathematics. Even in Canada. In Canada, generally mathematics teacher from the India, from the Pakistan, or from the Middle East countries. Yeah, I just wanted to add this situation.
I can comment on yours. Like, but we have to change this. Why? Mathematics is everywhere. Mathematics is an art of living and calculating in every aspect of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when the student came and say, no, please, we don't have lesson, we don't like the lesson of mathematics, this is a problem. We have to solve it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Is there another question? Do you see? I would also have one question. I was really surprised when you said, okay, 50 students in one classroom. Wow, it's a lot. I think we have 25 in Austria in a classroom. And I would like to ask you if there is also, if you also find a mixture of children, for instance, or students with disabilities and without disabilities, because in Austria we learned that these different types of people, they can learn a lot from each other. It has to do with inclusion, empathy, all these things.
Yes, yes.
Do you also have such forms of school classes?
It's not so much. So I just count the one which is most like widely seen barriers. We had lots of after that. Like one of them was that the disabilities don't have special things, or the one like government. We have a good hope. We can also say this. We have متميزين school. What is متميزين school? The one. Yes, the one with his gifted school. That means the one who's smart has special school. But is it really different? Like as the one who's expected? It is a question mark.
Okay. So thanks so much again for your wonderful presentation.
There is a question.
Yeah, in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, in the chat, but I couldn't find it. From here? Yes.
Oh.
So, yes, there's a question from Dr. Janssen. We have now left like 15 minutes for two presentations. Okay, it was a question. Okay, we got it. So we have started late.
We have started late.
And
that's true.
Now your presentation is the last one. In 5-10 minutes. 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My question is the last one.
Thank you.
I can manage it in 15 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, yes, you are the chair, so
Yeah.
the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Kurt. Yeah.
I can help you for the sharing.
You can do it for me. Yes.
I think you are happy as a conference chair, session chair.
Yeah. Oh, it's you. You see it? Do you see it? My topic on the
Yes.
screen?
Yes.
We have some technical issues. Just wait a minute, please. Just give us 1 minute.
This one is yours.
Yeah. Now it's good, yeah. So, my topic today is called Keeping Your Staff, a guideline for successful retention strategies. And I would say, let's discuss the vital role of employee retention for organizations. So, what is important when we talk about employee retention? Adopting effective employee retention strategies will soon become the most critical workforce management challenge. And organizations have to adjust their procedures, their processes to the realities of the today's work environment. And it's so important that organizations can retain high performers to in order to remain competitive. So, and according to a study conducted in 2023, we see that 36% of HR professionals identified employee retention as the top challenge. So we see this is a very critical issue, and organizations have to really take care about it. Yes, here on this slide, we can see the top 20 companies employees don't want to leave. So they really like to work in these companies. We see, for instance, that HSBC and Neutrogena have the highest median tenure for employees, according to an analysis from Resume.io. It's a careers resource platform. We can see that workers in these two companies stayed with the firm for 10.2 years on average. And I also studied why this could be the case, for instance. And yes, in order to succeed in the new world of work, HSBC, for instance, developed a future-fit upskilling strategy that would break down silos and unlock potential. So, and silos, they are always dangerous for companies or organizations, because it means teams or departments work in isolation, and it's not good because there is no transparency, there is no idea sharing and all these things. Okay, let's talk about voluntary employee turnover. We have two different forms of voluntary employee turnover, the functional one and the dysfunctional one. And more important for every organization will be the dysfunctional employee turnover, because it is the exit of high-performing employees, the so-called top performers, and nobody wants to lose the top performers. And yes, we really have to focus on it, or organizations have to focus on it. And on the right-hand side of this slide, you see a McKinsey study, and it shows that superior talent, so the so-called high performers, they are 8 times more productive than average performers. This is true for jobs with high complexity. So, but yeah, it really makes a difference. This is what we can learn from it. Yes, there is unavoidable turnover if, for instance, employee changes its place of living or something. It's unavoidable, but we have to focus on the avoidable turnover. And yes, we have to think about the adoption of efficient human resource policies to avoid this dysfunctional employee turnover. And when we study literature, we learn that turnover rates they do influence on organization performance. And we can analyze this relationship using different perspectives. For instance, the cost-based, the human capital, and the social capital perspective. And social capital perspective, it means it has to do with the capital and resources and anchored in social relationships. So it's very important. Again, everything has to do with performance, and we have to talk about performance relationship. Most studies found a negative relationship between employee turnover and organization performance. They they highlight different disadvantages. One of it would be that unexpected fluctuations in high seasons can do big damage on organizations, because maybe they make bad decisions in this time, and they are hiring people that do not have the know-how, and then they have further fluctuations. So it's a loop. It starts again and again. And some studies, they assume a curvy linear relationship instead of this negative monotonic one. It means at one end we find a turnover that is too low. It's also not good for the organization, because it results in stagnation, and we have the low performers, and they do not leave the organization. So this is also not good. But at the other end, turnover is too high, and it leads to high costs and severe loss of human and social capital. So both things are not good. Own survey, I studied 237 people. They had to they filled the questionnaires. They answered questions regarding their their satisfaction level with leadership style or salary and incentives. How satisfied are they with these things? And my survey is also based on models on employee retention. We see it on the next slides. And I also interviewed business strategists to see what they think about this topic. Models on employee retention. They just help to explain how organizations can boost retention. And first, this one, for instance, the Singer model. The model provides organizations with 12 keys that the manager must follow to achieve significant results regarding employee retention. And for instance, we have, let's say, motivating among employees by rewarding hard work. So rewards and recognition, this is always what these models say. Other models are the employee retention connections models. This is also what I used, and also the integrated system for retaining employees. You can study it later. Maybe you can see it on our online platform. Then you can go through this presentation again. But now I will come to the research results. We learned that regarding the overall job satisfaction, we see that the majority seems to be more or less satisfied with the current job. They say they are either agreed or fully agreed. When asked the question, overall, I'm satisfied with my current job. But surprisingly, a share of more than 28% of respondents answered neither agree nor disagree. So they are not sure, but we can analyze it later. Here, this figure shows that we can find more satisfaction among employees with managerial functions. So more decision leads to more satisfaction, maybe. This is what we learn from here. And here also asked about the educational background of the respondents. And we also see that people with, let's say, with education that is not finished now, for instance, with bachelor's degree, they are less satisfied because they always think about the next step, maybe. What else can I do? What job can I do in the future? Here I asked which of the following factors determined your decision to resign from your previous job. And most of respondents, because there was multiple answers were possible, yeah, but the answer better job opportunities received the most answers. So yeah, they always look at competing companies and try to find better work environment maybe. But incentives or bad incentives or low income, it is also very influential. What factors attracted you to work for your current employer? Yes, answered the top answers are job stability, flexible work schedule, and also again the autonomy and independence. So people want to be their own man or own woman. I'm not sure how to say it, but they want to decide on their own, yeah, about their tasks. So discussion of results, I found a significant relationship between overall job satisfaction and intention to leave the organization, and also between other, also found other significant relationships. You can see it on the slide. And again, I want to discuss this result that told us that more than 28% of total respondents could not state if they were satisfied or dissatisfied with their job. And I think it's very important for management to know that every employee has different criteria for measuring their own job satisfaction. So it's it has to do with psychology, and we have to go deeper, yeah, in this topic to learn what does it mean, yeah. And next, we can also just here you can see what the Vice President Lee Cockrell, Vice President at Disney World Resort, tells us. He also says that employee retention strategies is one of the most critical workforce management challenges today. And he says that the younger generation will not stay if they are not involved, appreciated, recognized, encouraged, and yeah, they want that their opinion counts. So this is what he tells us. And yes, I would say regarding the connection to the retention connections models, for instance, the Singer model, which we discussed earlier, I think this survey really give evidence that stimulating work will lead to better employee retention. This is what we learned. And yes, therefore I could really confirm the main arguments of all these models. And yes, this was a short overview of my today's topic. I hope you enjoyed, and maybe we can go deeper into discussion now, or yes, whatever you want.
Any questions you can ask because you are the chair?
It was a big topic, so I have many results. Time was not enough to discuss all these things, but maybe we can also change our contacts and we go more into discussion maybe again, yeah.
So,
but I see no questions at the moment, so this means maybe you liked it.
so we are going to close the in-person part, and the next part will be online part. But before closing, I will take your or we will take your 5 minutes. We are going to give our certificates. Yes. So Christina,
Yes.
can you give the certificates to our friends first? Ladies first. Huh?
Yeah.
Yes, Dilan.
Oh.
Take.
Dear Selim, thank you so much for being here today to join us at our 12th London International Conferences.
Yes, we look at which one.
Which one?
Both
There are two
sides.
cameras.
Okay, first there.
Okay.
Second,
Yes.
Karim Mohammed. This is your certificate. Thank you so much again.
And Mr. Mustafa.
Mustafa, yeah. Yes, Mustafa Aydin.
Yeah.
You have to come here. That's all our online people online can see you. Thank you so much.
Mr. Ismail.
This is Ismail Ertekin. Here, yeah, thank you. Second camera. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
I was also the presenter.
Yeah.
Can you give my certificate? Yes. Thank you. Christina, Dr. Christina was a presenter and also a session chair.
Yeah.
So we are going to give 2 certificates to her. Yes. Thank you for your being here, your presence. It was nice to meet you in this conference. Thank you. So that's all from the Netherlands, and we have closed the in-person part. Thank you and goodbye from the Netherlands.